iOS 17 is out and now you can sideload apps and download them from bigger apps, biggercocks.com. Wow! Always wanted to do that. You can't. Sideloading still isn't here. All of the industry analysts, everyone and their mother was saying that Apple was going to announce sideloading at WWDC. But that didn't happen. Instead, we got the How Are You Feelings app for those of us who don't have a person in our lives to ask such questions. And the developer betas were released and still nothing. So what happened? Why hasn't Apple released the sideloading feature despite the EU forcing them to do so? Well, it's because the deadline for the law is March 2024. And given that A, this is a law that would allow iOS users to have more control over their OS, B, threaten Apple's profit, and C, the law doesn't exist in the US, their most profitable market, why in the name of Tim Cook's massive, bulging Apple would they release this feature close to an year before they're supposed to? What are they, a charitable company with non-flexible ethics? Look, I don't care how reliable the sources were supposed to be or how much they believe in Jesus. Anyone who believed this rumor has the intelligence of unwashed horse taint. This is what TikTok has done to America. Congratulations, Xi Jinping. Speaking of congratulations, oh my god, I almost forgot to congratulate you for hitting subscribe. Oh, how gracious you are, almighty one. Apple is not going to release sideloading until like the 20th or the 29th. I don't know. Is next year a leap year? I don't know. Why do we need an extra day? I don't want to be alive for an extra day. But whenever it is, they're going to release it at 11:59.999 p.m. Not a second sooner. Honestly, I don't know why Apple's even afraid of sideloading. Because most people don't even know what sideloading is. Take a look at Android. I can bet that 99.9% of users think that the Play Store is the only way to download apps. And if you ask them what sideloading is, they'll probably say it's some kind of foreplay that you do with a side chick, and after you explain to them, they will tell you to go. I seriously doubt that Facebook or Google or some giant company would try to make another app store and bully iOS users to switch over. They might give you the option and try to entice users with lower prices and whatnot, but they would never flat out remove the apps from the app store. And why am I so certain? Android has had these features for years, and there's yet to be a single coordinated attempt by big app companies to try and get users to switch over to the third-party app stores. And Android users are generally more open to tinkering around with their phone. Now take iOS users, people who buy Apple because they want things to just work. They're used to doing things the Apple way and not having a choice. And these are people who are way more risk averse to, sort of messing around with their technology. So the number of users who are going to care about sideloading is probably going to be in the negative. So not to worry, Apple, your tens of untaxed billions, just like me, will not be touched. Who knows, maybe they're concerned about the security implications because malicious entities know that technologically illiterate individuals, basically idiots, are drawn to the simplicity of iOS and are generally on the wealthy end of the spectrum, and thus scam apps on iOS have a greater potential to be more effective and profitable. But as I mentioned before, most iOS users won't care about sideloading, and the ones who do are the tech enthusiasts who use technology to fill in that hole in their heart and want to stick it to the man and feel that they're part of the resistance after they have given the man thousands of dollars to purchase their hardware. And these people are less likely to fall for viruses and scams. And look, I really don't think Apple cares too much about the security implications because this is the same company that says privacy is a human right and yet allowed third-party contractors to hear confidential medical information, drug deals, and the recordings of couples having aggressively shaking hands in a thorough and continuously, hopefully lengthy process through their HomePods. Okay, so take their security concerns with a puddle of piss. Speaking of piss, check out this video I made on why iPadOS 17 and iPad Pros are still useless like you.